Good morning, USA! Is that what you say? Or good morning, Ram TRX. Hey, it's the Ram TRX time. Yes, it is. It's the Ram TRX day. I mean, you know, if you were to follow my channel, I wonder how my propane's doing. Not too bad. It's pretty good. The propane's holding up pretty good because it's not so cold at night. You watch my channel here on a regular basis, the selection of what I drive is dwindling. It is. So, but you know what I love? I love the sound of this ICE engine, this supercharged Ram TRX truck, which they no longer make. But if you think about it, if you really watch my channel, I am really down to just a few selections. The Colorado Bison, the heavy-duty Bison, the Jeep Mojave, or the race truck. So yes, if you look around my property, it's all changed in me having a vehicle for every day of the month. That, for the most part, no longer exists. Wow, how do I deal with that? So now really, in my collection of all my vehicles, besides the race truck, as far as just a fun truck, I think this is it. It is. I mean, the Colorado's great. The HD is great, but as far as just an all-out rumble, I have to think that the Ram TRX is the truck. So what am I doing? What am I doing today besides on another adventure another day? You know, I didn't tint these windows. And part of me says the front windows don't match the back windows. So I'd like the front windows to be a little darker. Then I'd like to do a strip across the windshield. So I think I'm going to call LA Tint and see if they can squeeze me in for yet another LA Tint adventure. Another LA Tint adventure? Wow. Stay tuned. So let's make the call right now.
Thank you for calling LA Tint Manassas, the Washington, D.C. area.
Let's see if he can fit me in.
LA Tint Manassas, Travis speaking.
Hey Travis, Gary.
What's going on, Gary?
You got any time for me today?
What time are you thinking?
Right now, I'm at home. I could be over there about noon or so, or sooner, or whatever.
Yeah, let's see here. Today, yeah, that works. I'm gonna do, I'll probably go to lunch at 12. That'd be like 12:30?
12:30?
Yeah.
That works for you?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool, man. I'll see you at 12:30.
All right, see you then.
See you, bye. And there you go. So who can call LA Tint and get that type of service? So I'm about 45 minutes away from my location, so it'll be, probably, that'll probably work out. We'll make it all work. How about that idea? Now we take a road trip to LA Tint. Oh, here we are. Phone to turn around. This is crazy. This office here is busy. How I get myself out of here, I don't even know. This would be challenging, but we'll make the best of it. This place is that busy. Wow. This is an old post office. They borderline closed years ago. It's crazy on how the post office where I live is always busy, but they want to close down the post office. Does this make any sense? I thought Trump was going to take over that role. See, I'm going to back into something here. If you look right here, I'm going to hit something if I'm not careful on what I'm doing here. It's so tight. Don't hit this guy's car. Yeah, so I gotta back in, so I'll never get this thing out. Wow. I got a phone call coming. Yikes. Oh my goodness gracious. This area here is always a challenge of parking. And I mean, I'm just curious, there's not many people. There's my friend. Why are all the cars here? Are people abusing the policy before I get run over here of parking here to go across the street? I don't know. It's always the post office. What's going on there? But this is a really nice old post office. When do you think this was built? I wonder when this post office was built. What do you think? I really don't know. There's nobody in here. No, there's one more person there. Yeah. Hey there, how are you? All right, so the postal lady that I've known for years that worked at the other post office, she claims, she thinks this is about 1925. Oh, here it is, 1923. That's so funny. Think that through. That even for her, I wonder if she even knows this. Isn't that something? Life. To think, I mean, sincerely, to even know where you work? I'm going to tell her. Wow, things are happening. So I just told her there's a plaque on the building for 1923. She's like, oh, that's good to know. Can you believe it, everybody? Oh my gosh, you remember everybody saying it would be a time at the post office. Oh, here's another person. I don't know where they're going to go. I'm going to be jammed in here. Literally. This lady here. There's no way. So you're going to have to go out. There you go. Good job. All right, so I can get out of here in this big ass truck, which I can't. I mean, literally, this is a zoo, man. Downtown Leesburg, Virginia. Woo! What a pain in the ass. Just to go to the mailbox, right? Oh my gosh. Here we are. All right. So I got a 12:30 date with LA Tint. So I got a little time. I haven't had breakfast yet. So let's see who's looking for me. I have no idea. Uh-oh. Now, since it's getting to be lunchtime, I guess I'll just get lunch. Anymore, it's so tempting to go to Costco to get lunch because it's so damn cheap. Or is it? Hey, what do you do? What do you do when you have a Ram TRX? You go to the gas station a lot. But you know what I've been thinking to myself? This thing runs on premium, but if you get creative, I think if I ran 87 in this thing with more than half a tank, it'd still be about a 90, 91 octane. Oh, I got to take care of an important call. All right. So I just put $38 worth of loving back in the truck. And you know what? I think I have some freebie McDonald's. Freebie time. Or do I? We're going to find out. But I think my idea is a good idea. I never really thought about it on this truck. But yeah, I think if you have like more than half the tank of fuel in it, you take 87 plus 93 and divide it by 2, what does that equal? And then I think it probably equals like 90. But it's really more than divided by 2 because I have more 93 fuel in the tank. So it's a higher ratio of 93 to the 87, which I think it still puts about 90, 91 octane. That'd be my guess. Oh, this thing just rock and roll, baby. Whatever I ever dreamed I would have a supercharged Ram truck. Hell no. Even though they released this years ago, the prototype of what's going to be, I was so excited about that. And really, I was always more of that burgundy, kind of maroonish color that I probably would have preferred to buy in the Ram TRX over the black. That would have been my preferred choice. You can always wrap it. I mean, if it's a keeper truck, the thing about me is if the truck's a keeper, you know, if this is a keeper vehicle, I would spend money on it. And that's why in all the years I've been owning cars, I don't want to put a lot of money into them because you'll never get it back. Here's the guides. On a mission. Let me check my McDonald's thing. All right, well, that person didn't know what they're doing. I rolled up. I told the lady that I have a rewards on a quarter pounder, no charge. And what does she do? She puts in the quarter pounder meal. So I just spent $9 on a lunch that I didn't want to spend $9 on. It just doesn't end, does it? Oh, yeah. But hey, I got myself the good old hamburger and actually a coffee and some fries, the good old American way of eating really healthy, right? That's what I was saying about my channel this morning. Watch my morning video was on how the real Americans just really want to eat this lousy food still versus having the good stuff, which is within hand's reach. That's how I was comparing the ICE vehicles to EV vehicles. Isn't that something? Oh, that's so funny. So there's a color that I would have probably taken on the red, like that burgundy color. That's a color I'd probably taken on Ram TRX. Is that cinnamon? What would they call it? That cinnamon Hell's? Can't remember. It's Hell's Cinnamon or something like that. Oh wow, there's the Ford Ranger Raptor. Not too shabby. And that green, I can't remember the name of that green color, which I'm not a fan of that green color. But it was pretty good. If I think I ever would have come in earlier, I'd probably end up getting one of those before the chit show went down. But it took forever to get that damn thing. But I think the Bison's nicer, really. That's the thing. I really think the Chevy Bison's just a nicer package. And you'll see less Chevy Bisons out there than Ford Ranger Raptors. I guarantee you that. Man, that quarter pounder sucked. The only reason I ordered the quarter pounder because it was a free deal on my earnings of my rewards, but it's terrible. I mean, it's barely like cooked. I'm not going to even eat it. I'm just having fries. You get older, I just try to eat less. I really do. As you get older in life, I don't want to eat a lot because you get heavy so easily. Never noticed that? I wonder who's taking place of Dan Bongino's primetime show. Whether you realize it or not, I'm spitting food out and everything else on you. I'm spitting on you as I'm talking to you. Whether you realize it or not, after Rush Limbaugh passed, apparently Dan Bongino got, I guess, Rush Limbaugh's spot. Which I'm not really sure if I'm accurate on that, but I think he did. So from Dan Bongino, he just left a $4 million gig per year for like a $200 and some odd $1,000 gig to be deputy of the FBI. Deputy director of FBI under Kash Patel. So, but the thing is it all about the money? At some point, you make that type of money, and you're making $4 million a year in, year out for years. I mean, come on. How much money does he have? So, for Dan Bongino, the more importance is having another check mark in his life of that stature, of having that, basically political stature in so many ways. And so, at the end of the road, and he steps away 4 years from now, or whatever his time frame he decides to be there, then he'll be able to capitalize on that. He's no fool to that. So you know as well as I do how many famous journalists and media personalities have had political careers that then go to be in the journalism side. I never had that. I don't have that type of check mark in my life to have any stature in social media. I don't have being a famous car racer, motorcycle racer, a shop guy that built custom cars or painted or built custom bikes, or, had a following of people that went to, as you know, in social media, it's so very challenging to create a following of people when you don't really have the history of being something more unique than others. Like Ken Block, like if I would have had like the Ken Block type of, history of racing, and I mean, that's huge. Like Mike Rowe, I like him a lot. Mike Rowe's done really well on social media. He was famous for the Dirty Jobs series, and he's ridden off of that. But when you're just a person like me trying to create a social media channel and people following you to listen to your content, it's extremely challenging. Now, it's something I forgot to mention this morning in my morning conversations. was I was going to talk about how what numbers you need to make any money in social media. And also, yesterday I brought it up, YouTube last year made like $36 billion just off of the YouTube. If you add in the YouTube TV and other YouTube things that are associated with YouTube, they made like $44 billion last year. They made $44 billion. And I was looking to figure out what the average YouTube person makes in YouTube. And I was pretty accurate. What I said yesterday was the average person is probably making a few $100s a month, $50, $100, $200 a month. Because you have to have millions, you have to have 1 million views on your channel a month to start possibly making 5 to 10 grand a month. If you're only doing like 100,000 views a month, you're going to make maybe $100 to $500 a month. So that's how, that's what it takes as a YouTube creator. You have to have 1 million plus views a month to start making any real money. And so for me, I already know from my own channel, like on my morning conversations, I average about 200 views per episode. And if you just took that number times 30 days, what is that? Is that 600,000 or is that 60,000 views per month? I mean, if you took 200 times 3 is 600. So yeah, it's 60,000 views. So for me, I'm probably more like the 100,000 views a month. And that's why, my earnings of being a few $100s a month are what it is. For me to ever be at $5,000, $10,000 a month earnings just off of the ad sharing, because it's a 0.018, it's barely close to 2 cents for each ad. If somebody clicks on your channel and sees an ad, you're getting paid 0.018 cents per ad, and then you keep 55% of that. YouTube takes 45% of that. So that's how that equation works, where you do get a bigger commission than YouTube, but they're still getting a healthy commission. But really what it comes down to is, like I just said, you have to have the 1 million views a month to really start making any money. You have to have 500,000 views. And so for me, just thinking about my channel, even if I was doing, let's just say 500 views a day times 30 days, well, that's 150,000. Is that 150,000 views a month? I guess that's what that'd be, right? Is that right? Because 500 times 3 is 150. If you add a 0, that's 150,000. Is that right? I'll have to look on the calculator. Well, 10 times 500 is 5,000. So 5,000 times 4 is 200,000. So if I'm saying, is that about right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so it's 150,000 views a month, I'm guessing. I can't figure it out driving on the road, everybody. Wow, my numbers are so off. No. 200 views times 36,000. 500 views a day times 30 days a month, 15,000 a month. So as I just said, wow. Think about that. Even for me, the subscriber base that I have, the amount of videos that I make a day, even if I had 1,000 views a day, I'm at 30,000 views for the whole month. And what they're saying is, you really need 100,000 views just to probably start making a consistent $500 a month. Or you need 1 million views to start getting that. So wow. That just shows you how minuscule my channel is. Wow. All right, I'm here at LA Tint, and my buddy just took off. Like, where are you going, man? What are you doing? As I hang out here at LA Tint, this place stays busy. We'll say that this place stays consistent. The first thing it kind of shows a slowing down economy is when people stop spending money on things they don't really. Do you really have to have your windows tinted to make it another day? No. So if money's tight, you don't do it.